Good morning. It's Thursday. It's the 14th of July. Our reading is from 1 Peter 1, 6 through 7. If necessary, you've been grieved by various trials, so that the tested genuineness of your faith, more precious than gold. Nobody really desires to go through trials, and I understand that. I don't. And sadly, some seem to go through more than others. Some believers seem to skate through life. Some people seem to be drowned by life. I don't know why the one or the other. I know that at times the trials may seem so great that we question even God's very love, which is a feeling, and it's an understandable feeling. But then we have to remind ourselves of the truth, that God loves each one of us individually, equally, and we can't compare ourselves to others. Why does God allow this person not to experience many trials? And why does God allow this person to experience many great trials? I don't know. Maybe the one simply is so ill-equipped that any trials would destroy them. I don't know. You don't know. We don't know. We can come up with theological answers, but they're no comfort in the midst of trials. What we have to come back to is the character of God. He loved us so much he was willing to take on the form of his creation and die for us. He loves us so much that he's willing to work in our lives. He loves us. He desires what's best for us. But boy, do we have some disagreement over what that means sometimes, maybe often. So it gets back to trusting God without understanding, to allow oneself to feel grieved and feel overwhelmed by trials at times. But at the same time, reminding ourselves of the truth of who God is, whatever we're feeling. And even the early church fathers, one wrote a book, The Dark Night of the Soul. So even the disciples, I'm sure that Paul in prison wondered why he was there. Excuse me. And so one day, when we go home to be with him, when he wipes away every tear, then I think he'll probably show us what he was doing in our lives and the blessings that came from them, no matter how difficult the circumstances. So keep your perspective, keep my perspective on God and who he is, and that's the real comfort in the midst of the pain. And I'll see you again tomorrow.